Okay, for the introduction. Okay, today we would like to present our video about question number 5. Okay, here we go with the introduction. For the introduction, we what we discover is gas turbine engine. The basic operation of the gas turbine is a Brayton cycle with air as working fluid. Fresh atmospheric air flows through the compressor that brings it to higher pressure. Energy is then added by spraying fuel into the air and igniting it to the combustion generates a high temperature flow. Okay, next is diesel engines. The diesel engines is known as CI engines, named after Rudolf Diesel. It is an internal combustion engine in which ignition of the fuel which is injected into the combustion chamber is caused by the elevated temperature of the air in the cylinder due to mechanical compression. Diesel engines work by compressing only the air. Okay, next is petrol engines. A petrol engine is known as gasoline engine in American English. It is an internal combustion engine with spark ignition designed to run on petrol and similar volatile fuel. In most petrol engines, the fuel and air are usually mixed after compression. Although some modern petrol engines now use cylinder direct petrol injection. The pre-mixing was formerly done in the carburetor, but now it is done by electronically controlled fuel injection, except in small engines where the cost complication of electronics does not justify the added engine efficiency. Okay, thank you. Okay, next is fuel availability. For automobiles, there are many fuel for automobiles available, such as biodiesel and ethanol. For biodiesel is made up of animal fats and vegetable oils, liquid that mix with petroleum in diesel engines. Common of blend level consists of 5% of biodiesel and 95% of petroleum. Other example of biodiesel is B10, B20, B100 and pure biodiesel. Next is electricity. Electricity can be used as transportation fuel to power up the battery electric and fuel cell vehicles. The electricity for recharging the battery car come from the existing power grid or from distributed renewable sources such as solar and wind energy. Furthermore, ethanol. Ethanol is like biodiesel, but ethanol blend with regular gasoline. For example, E10 contains of 10% of ethanol and 90% of gasoline. E85 is consists of 85% of ethanol, 50% of gasoline. Ethanol is used as an additive to increase octane and improve the emission of gasoline. And finally is hydrogen. Hydrogen is the simplest and the lightest fuel. Hydrogen may contain low level of carbon monoxide and carbon dioxide depending on the production source. The energy density is very low. Hydrogen vehicles are only available in a few select areas for small pilots program. Thank you.
Okay, the next topic is environmental impact from using automotive gas turbines. There is some gases emission produced by this type of engine which are associated with adverse health effect. First is nitrogen oxide, an irritant gas which is at high concentration cause inflammation of the airways. Second is carbon monoxide. To form some potential harmful to ground level zone, carbon monoxide usually will react with other pollutant in the air. This happens close to the site of emissions. However, it does not have any significant environmental effect at a global level. Third is hydrocarbon. The amount of this substance in the atmosphere and add to the greenhouse effect and global warming. Thank you. Performance gas turbine. Usually, gas turbine continuously produce work. IC engine produce work only in a particular stroke of the cycle. The blades in a gas turbine are in contact with the hot gases that continuous throughout the operation, whereas the piston and the cylinder of an IC engine is subjected to the high pressure and high temperature for a very limited period of time throughout the cycle. Hence, the highest temperature is an IC engine is higher than in the gas turbine. Next, volume flow rate is quite high in gas turbine as compared to IC engines. IC engines can't be driven at higher speeds, while gas turbine can be driven at higher speeds, such as 40,000 RPM. Thank you. Space requirement. There are many forms of gas turbine from 1 to 10 meter in length. Gas turbine come in a great variety of form to fulfill a variety of power need, especially helicopter to power generation. The shaft can be connected to other machinery to do work such as in turning a helicopter rotor. The gas turbine is useful to our modern world because it's relative compact in size and make a lot of power. Gas turbines are used in backup power system when the grind goes down due to natural disaster. Gas turbine power up and can produce power for emergency